Okay, everybody. So what I'm going to show you or demonstrate in this video is uh, a way to embed a YouTube video and icons into a Schoology multiple choice assessment question. Okay, so a couple of things that I have ahead of time is I already have my Schoology pulled up and I'm in the course already. I also already have the video that I'm going to embed pulled up as well. And then another thing that I have is I already have a folder with my icons that I'm going to use as the answer choices. Okay, so I have that already prepped ahead of time. So now I'm going to go into my Schoology course and I will hover over the line until it turns green, click on it, and I'm going to insert an assessment for this part. And I'm going to call this example multiple choice. I'm going to enable submissions, uncreated, and then unsync it. And of course, those are all choices that you're going to make that are specific to your needs. It begins in the setup option. So again, you can go into these choices and add the instructions. But what I'm going to focus on is the questions part. So I clicked on the questions tab. I'm going to go into multiple choice. Once the multiple choice screen opens up, I'm going to be working in the question setup and then also in the correct answer setup section, okay? But I'm going to start off in the question setup. So I'm going to enter here, and then I'm going to go ahead and enter my question text, which is watch the clip. Watch the clip below. Then choose emoji that matches what you thought. Okay, so that's the question prompt. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to enter the video. So what I need to do is I need to go into the video, go into the share. I can copy the URL. If I wanted to start at a specific spot in the timeline, I can click this and then enter the time here. But I'm okay with it beginning starting at the very beginning. So I just click copy, and now the URL is in my clipboard. I'll come back into Schoology, and so now we're going to insert it. So there are several different ways you can insert a video. This is one of the ways, but there are 2 or 3 more ways that you can do it. So I'm going to click on this tool right here. It has the little music mark and a calculator, and then I'm gonna over here on the left side you have an audio player and then a video player. Since we're inserting a video, I'm going to click video player. Now I'm going to select upload video. Now, if I had a video saved into my computer, I can add the file in there. But what I'm going to do, since I have the URL, I'm going to click on more options. Here I have the option to add the URL. So now I'm going to paste the URL in there. Click OK. And these are the size, and 480 pixels by 270 pixels is this right here, which is a pretty good size. I'm okay with that. And that is it. So now I'm going to click OK. All right. So then all I get is this icon right here, but the video is in there. That's the video player. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the options. So usually what people will put, will put text in here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to customize it even more and use images. So in the first option, I click on it. I get my toolbar across the top. So I'm going to insert an image. So I click on the image tool. And so here I can insert the URL of an image if I wanted to do that. But since I have the icons on my desktop, I can drag and drop them in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my mouse to the side. Actually, I'm going to come up here to the top. Okay, I clicked on right here. That's the single square. So that's to maximize it. If I maximize it, I have the 2 squares. So I want to make sure that it's like a single window. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag it with my mouse. So I have my left finger and I'm dragging it all the way to the side. So now it's a split screen. I'm going to open up this folder. I'm going to move this folder over here to the left so that way it's not in the way. These are my 4 emotions or emoticons. So the first one I'm going to put is this laughing one. And since I can drag and drop, I'm just going to drag it and then drop it. Okay, now it's telling me it's uploading. So we'll give it a couple of seconds. Okay, now it's done uploading. And I'm going to maximize it a little bit more just so that way you can see what it's doing over here. So here's the emoticon. Alternative text is important for accessibility. So if you have a student who uses a screen reader or maybe even a braille note, you might want to put something there. So you can put laughing. And with this alternate text, or yeah, with this, oh, actually, that's not what I needed. This is asking for the URL image of another website. No, that's not the alternate text. Apologize for that. Okay, so we are done. This is the size 24 pixels by 24 pixels, and that's perfect. That's a nice small size. So I'm just going to click OK. All right, so then there's the first one, and then I just repeat it for the second one. So I'm going to click in there once. I'm going to click the image tool, and then I'm going to drag the next one. So I'm going to move this one right here. I drag it, I drop it. Alternative text. That other one had a URL. Or maybe that's what it changes. Let me just, so I'm going to put smiling. Okay, and then I'm going to hit OK. And so now we have our smiling. Okay, so the top one, and then I'm going to click out of it just so you can see what we got so far. So here's the laughing one. Here's the smiling one. So now I'm going to do the third choice. Click in there. The picture. Drag this one. Drop it. Alternate text. Confused. Okay. Now the last one. I click on it. Picture. Drag. Drop. Alternate text. Okay. So then now I have my 4 options down here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and now I'm going to minimize the folder. And I'm going to make this one bigger so I can see everything. Okay, so we have our questions set up. So our videos in there, our images for the answer choices are in there. I'm scrolling down, so now in the correct answer setup, these automatically populate because it's what we had entered up here. Okay, so now the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna set up the correct answer. So since everybody's gonna react differently to it, there are 4 possibly correct answers, okay? So you can do, a lot of the times people get confused with multiple responses. So if you did a multiple response and then you checked all 4 of them, that means people have to select all 4 in order for it to get right. So multiple response is not what we want at this point in time. What we want to do is we want to set up alternate responses. Okay, so that's a correct answer. Exact match. I'm going to hit the plus sign. And then I'm going to do the second one. And it's also a correct answer. Okay, 100% points. I'm going to do a second alternate, which is this one. And then the last one, which is that one. Okay, so now they can pick this one, the first one. They can pick the second picture. They can pick the third one. And they can pick the fourth one. And all 4 of these are going to be right. Okay, exact match. The layout is just how the answers are going to be displayed. And that is it. Once we have all of this, we hit save. And then so now here's our question. I'm going to preview it. Start new attempt. And here it is. So here's our question. Watch the clip below, then choose the emoji that matches what you thought. The kids can play it. Okay, and it plays, and then here's where they have their images to choose from. Okay, and that is it for this video.